Hello, I'm dgerard and this is Pivot to AI, coming to you Monday to Friday. Today, AI vendors start charging something a bit more like what the chatbot actually costs. And the suckers are not happy. We've known for years that the chatbot vendors run at a massive loss. OpenAI was spending $2.35 for each dollar of revenue in 2024, and it's only gotten worse since then. Anthropic keeps pushing its prices upward. We knew that one day the real bills would come due. GitHub Copilot is Microsoft's coding bot. We mentioned in April how Microsoft was moving all GitHub Copilot customers to usage-based charging. Microsoft's first quarter results were not so good on the AI angle. GitHub Copilot got a special mention.
Microsoft Cloud gross margin percentage should be roughly 64%, down year over year, driven by continued investments in AI and increased GitHub Copilot usage. Just this week, we announced a business model transition in GitHub Copilot that will align pricing with usage and value that takes effect on June 1st of this year.
Microsoft can't actually afford to keep setting money on fire, so they're slowing down the burn rate. GitHub sent a helpful message to its customers to ready themselves for usage-based billing. They could look at their usage for April and see what they would have been charged for that much from June. And the costs are through the roof. $48 to $932, $39 to $1,238, $39 to $1,789, $39 to $4,790. The highest I found was $39 to $5,852 per month. The customers are yelling. Microsoft has tweaked the pricing a bit, but not enough to meaningfully wind this back. Flex allotments, whatever that is. The idea is to have a confusing price list so your company just spends the money. GitHub Copilot Code Review will also cost tokens from June 1st. It'll cost GitHub Actions minutes. Got to keep the pricing confusing. This is how enterprise software as a service works. The whole point is to get your customers hooked and then gouge them. But this is looking like too much too soon. For example, quote, "My company is large. We were using GitHub Copilot with several thousand users. With the change to token fees, we are currently considering dropping AI agentic coding as a whole until at least the market stabilizes." Unquote. Trouble is, the current billing is closer to what it actually costs. Not right there, but closer to it. It is absolutely not going to stabilize any cheaper. Is GitHub Copilot going to be profitable now, even per inference, if you ignore everything else? That's a good question. We can see that some of the users would be charged over 100 times as much as they currently are. I know from asking around that if you want to do it yourself, some companies do run local chatbot models for data protection. I mean, I think they shouldn't be running them at all, but they actually do. If you want to run a local model with the performance of, say, ChatGPT Pro, the highest cost I've been told was $8,750 per month per user on GPUs rented from Amazon. You might bodge together something cheaper. But I think we can put it at a rough maximum of 40-odd times OpenAI's subsidized price. So the actual cost for Microsoft for GitHub Copilot, I'm guessing, won't be more than about 40 times the subsidized price. I could be wrong, but maybe Microsoft can come out ahead on the inference, if anyone actually pays them 100 times the cost just to get AI coding. There's also people trying local models on desktop computers with a fast consumer video card and a lot of memory. They're finding the local models suck. They're still too slow on a desktop for real work on an enterprise level. And Is your company really going to buy all its Vibe devs a new, fully kitted out workstation? With the current hardware price rises, I think it's unlikely. Some of this could be Microsoft trying to push unprofitable hobby users off its service and save capacity for their enterprise customers. It depends how locked in the enterprise buyers are. C-levels can talk like they're running AI psychosis as a business model. There's a lot of companies that feel that way to the inmates, but eventually the bosses do notice the red on the balance sheet. Companies started limiting AI token budgets a couple of months ago, including Microsoft itself limiting internal AI token use. There's nothing a C-level hates more than paying a human. They will spend amazing amounts on machines if it means not spending much less on a human who would do the job better. So I'm wondering how much the AI vendors will have to charge before the corporate powers that be start hiring devs again. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. It's not Pledge Week yet, but I'm holding out my hat here because Pivot to AI needs your help. My laptop blew up over the weekend and I'm using the rickety spare. I'm trying to arrange a replacement, but your assistance would be most welcomed at this trying time. We're also trying to move house from London to Glasgow, so that'll be expense and delay too. Anyway, in the show notes, you will see the Patreon link, and I urge you to sign up there. The Coffee link for one-off donations, and the Amazon wish list for good stuff. If you prefer YouTube, hit the join button below the video. This keeps Pivot to AI coming out every day. If you don't have money, that's fine. Just spread the word about Pivot to AI. Tell someone. Word of mouth is king. Thank you all. I'll see you tomorrow, and bye for now.